The mud volcano that almost destroyed Talparo more than a decade ago still erupts quietly in the heart of the community. It's one of the many charms of this deep central town. Here was also the home of Dolce's operation. This temple he built stands in ruins. And his mafia-style homes like this one are now in the state's hands.
Dolce was a good man to help people in the area. Anybody dead or expense donate to the family.
This is how some residents here remember the infamous drug lord. Carlton Rampersad says it's unfortunate, but to some, Dolce did more for people here than any councillor or regional body.
People will need more interest on, but they ain't doing much in the trace. They do box in the trace. From my area, they do nothing. They go running and.
Some roads are now being paved, but he tells me he and others are not fooled by them.
Only for local government and election time.
Talparo lies on the edge of the Central Range. Many communities and towns in the Couva, Tabaquite, Talparo region are nestled in and around this lush mountain range. Northeast Tunnel was opened in 1898 here in Tabaquite. It was often called Manikou Train and is still believed to be the longest in the Caribbean.
I remember traveling in train from Tabaquite to St. Augustine, you know, as a little fella. I remember all of that. My mother carried me and thing, you know.
Lennox Ali was 14 when the railway stopped. He tells me the regional corporation tried to have here recognized as an historical site, but he laments their failure to simply upkeep this national treasure.
It's history, and it's something for my children and maybe hopefully my grandchildren.
He and his wife live at John Williams Road in Tabaquite, a stone's throw away from the tunnel, and they both complain about their representation.
They did not do no proper drainage because look at the grass in the drain. When rain fall, it comes down in the yard. We cannot walk in the yard properly. We keep putting stone in the yard.
Communities here are far apart, but their complaints resemble.
The representation here for the past 3 years has been terrible. We had none.
Celia Mohammed lives in Guaracara. She and her family farm for a living, but for years they've got no pipe-borne water. They depend on the rain and their barrels. The community, she says, is deprived of basic amenities.
I think that a proper community center is one for this village down here. This is the Guaracara village, right? You need some programs for the youths.
From the rural Central Range to the industrial town of Point Lisas. The Point Lisas industrial estate in Couva is the heart of this country's petrochemical center.
It stinks.
But in Couva, Norris Ramdath and David Ramsaran tell us they are not satisfied.
It's like a game over and over again. It doesn't matter who in power. It's the same thing you see over and over, where these people come out at election time and then after that,
the Couva Tabaquite Talparo Regional Corporation lies at the center of Trinidad, but the people who live here say this major organ is in need of repair, but they have little faith in those elected to fix it.